Epilogue. 4 years later. October 30th, 3969. Madame Maria pulled my hair painfully as she worked it into its normal braided bun. Her impersonal voice no longer held the fondness it once did when I was younger. Mild irritation was the most I had gotten from her. I didn't complain. I had learned not to, for nothing but punishment came from complaints. It had been 4 years since Father abandoned me. The painful memory was still raw, but writing it down helped. What didn't help was Father all but disappearing from my life afterward. He kept his promise of feeding me at least once a day, but we had hardly spoken more than a sentence to each other since that fateful night in April. Queen Lilith had ramped up her punishments once Father was no longer interfering in them. I had learned the hard way to avoid conflict with her. The many long days I spent alone over the years had taught me that much. The large, purple bruise on the back of my hand as I held my pencil was a striking reminder to never step out of line. I had gotten good at reading and writing since I was 5. I didn't have a choice if I wanted to survive. However, the blank page in front of me, with only a heading, mocked me with its blankness. The heading, "The Secret of the Portrait," seemed anonymous enough, if you didn't know that the portrait of Queen Anslow led to a secret passage. I only learned of it myself the day after Father abandoned me. I was just too devastated to face it the night he left me. Something I regretted after I learned Father had been waiting for me on the other side of the portrait. Father didn't wait all night. Instead, he left another note I could barely understand. I kept all 3 legible notes Father left me, but didn't look at them until I started writing in that journal. They seemed to mock me, with information so freely given, but unable to be read in my younger state.
Why are you not eating, Emily? Did Lilith punish you again? I'm sorry I can't see you, but your mother has gone off the rails. I'm afraid that if I come near, she will lose it. However, not even your mother could keep me away if you tell me what happened at the beginning of the month. If anything, she would suffer my wrath like no other in this universe if she were starving you. Please, Emily, tell me what is wrong. If not now over paper, then later, when we can talk in person. I would destroy the universe for you, my precious daughter. Love, Jökull Eriksson, a.k.a. your father.
The first note had read as if he hadn't abandoned me moments later. Then again, from his point of view, he didn't. Instead, I was the one who rejected him. Had I been able to read the note, would I have rejected Father the same way I later did? The next time I saw him was months afterward, so I didn't know. But I wanted to say no.
I understand. However, I cannot conjure any more food for you today. I have already flooded your body with too much magic. From now on, I will only conjure you food once a day. I'm sorry.
The excuse fell flat, but it was true. I would rather have lost my magic than my father. But I wasn't foolish enough to think that Father wouldn't have blamed himself for it. My aggravation with the topic was only worsened by the last note.
I'm sorry, I'll leave you alone.
One short sentence was all I got after hours of agony and gut-wrenching sobs, which had followed my realization that I had been abandoned. It still felt like I was being stabbed in the heart just looking at it years later. You wouldn't have been able to tell just by looking at me. I had gotten good at masking how I felt. It was that or death. If Queen Lilith had killed me, would Father have known? The possibility had become all too real in recent months. However, I wouldn't die alone. My last brief note to Father assured that, at least. It was a small, bitter thing, but I couldn't help the flash of amused pride I felt upon putting it down. We would see who had the last laugh, Queen Lilith. Father, if you are reading this, know, Queen Lilith killed me. Hello, everyone. This is T. Caring, and thank you for listening to 5 Years Old is Too Young to Fend for Yourself. The written form of the complete novelette is currently available in my newsletter at tcaring.com, linked below. If you enjoyed this video, you may also enjoy my first novel in my How to Make a King series, Forged in the Dying Light, available on Amazon. It's a dark, epic science fantasy novel in which a princess wakes up to the tyranny of her country and becomes the prince he was always meant to be. Just be warned that it is a book for a mature audience, but not because of romance. Rather, because it, like 5 Years, tackles some heavy subjects through the eyes of a 9-year-old Emily. It will also be linked below and on my channel page. I'm curious, who was your favorite character in 5 Years? Mine's Emily, but I'll admit to being biased. Please tell me your answer below. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.